Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to start my herb garden for this new growing season. Today is March 8, 2022, and usually I start my indoor seeds a little sooner for my herbs. So I'm kind of late, I'm behind schedule. I'm in Maryland Zone 7, so I usually start it in February, and I'm pretty much a month probably late behind. So I start my seeds indoors because it's cheaper and you can save a lot of money by starting these seeds indoors. So of course, if it's your first time starting seeds indoors, it might be a little expensive in the beginning because you do have to buy containers, trays. Now you can go a cheaper route. I have a couple of videos where I explain, I talk about what kind of containers I use, the trays. Actually, I give you alternative. You don't have to go this route and get a more expensive way, because these are more expensive, but I love these because you can reuse them every year. They're pretty big. I have a smaller ones too. I'm show you the smaller sizes. These are the smaller ones. I got these from Amazon. I can try to put the link down below for these plastic little containers. But you can always find pretty much anything you can grow. Um, you can grow your seeds with anything that you can find pretty much around the house. I prefer plastic. The only thing is, if you use these plastic cups, you're gonna have to put some holes at the bottom for drainage. So after you water your seeds, your seedlings, your plant, the water has to run through the cup, and you have to discard the water. So you can't let the plant sit in water because the root will rot. So these are good too. You can buy these. These are from Party City. I think it was leftovers from my son's birthday party. So you can use these. I don't recommend anything that's with paper because the water will actually go through the paper and you have to discard it. So I will probably try the plastic cups. But if you do want to spend some extra money, or you can actually invest in these containers, the big sizes or the smaller ones, you can actually reuse this every year. So these are from last year, so I washed them and I already filled them up with a starting mix. So I have previous video when I show what kind of starting mix I use, how I start certain seeds. I started this channel last year and I was so busy I couldn't record. I didn't have no time to record my whole growth season. This year I'm going to do better. So today is actually my first time starting for this year 2022. Now you can buy the plant already started from Home Depot, Lowe's, a nursery, but they more expensive if you buy a lot. Now I grow a lot of fruits and vegetables every year, so I don't think it's a good idea for me to buy them already started. So I save a lot of money by starting them at home, and when they grow to a certain height, I can put them outside. So you have a choice. You can do the seeds indoors starting if you grow a lot of fruits and vegetables, or even if you want to start your garden this year, you can already buy little seeds. They come in little packs like these. I don't know if you can see it. So this is Burpee. You can find them anywhere: Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. This is Fairy Mars. So these are a little cheaper. So they'll have different prices. Actually, Fairy Mars is a little more expensive. It's $1.99. These seeds are from 2021. So they're from last year, but you can actually use them. A lot of people think that if it says 2021, that means they're not good for 2022, and that's not true. Some seeds you can use them for years. The only problem is I overseed. I do the overseeding method. That means instead of putting maybe 2, 3, 4, I'll put maybe like the double. So make sure they sprout. So if you're not sure, you want to make, see, so you don't want to risk it. So I prefer to overseed it, and you can thin them down. So that means you cut some of the plants out of the pot, the ones that if it becomes overcrowded, you can just keep a couple of them and cut the other ones from the top. Well, I'll show you later how it's called the thinning method, where you have to reduce of the amount of plants in one of these containers, the cups. So now you have to pick what you want to grow. So today I'm starting the herbs, and I eventually have to start my tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, whatever you like to eat. So I don't I try to use as many herbs in my cooking as I can. Some herbs, I never tried them in the cooking, so I want to try this year to incorporate more herbs in my cooking. But the main herbs that I usually grow are cilantro, parsley. I have cilantro, parsley. I love these. Oregano. I like oregano. Dill, chives, lavender, rosemary. These are the regular herbs that most of the people know. Now, I never cooked with sage. I want to try this year to cook with, use sage in my cooking. So I don't know. I'm going to try. But so this is all the herbs I have. So if you can see, I have a lot of these. I don't know if you can see it, but I got different packs. So different brands. So if you don't know what kind of herbs you should grow, you should definitely go and research if you want to try different herbs, or just grow what you usually eat, what you usually incorporate in your diet. And then you're gonna need some plastic markers. So this is for rosemary. So when these are actually from the Dollar Tree. I think it's 10. Well, it used to be 10 for $1. Dollar Tree went up $1.25. So these actually from the Dollar Tree, and they work pretty good. When you get the markers, you have to put the date. Is very important, because when did you start your seeds, and how long usually you can calculate how long they should stay in the house before you get them outdoors. So I just put today's date for rosemary, peppermint, and the other herbs. Then we're gonna use them. What I do, I just stick them in those little containers, so I know which one is which one. Because after you plant, if you don't label them, you don't really know what you planted, because they kind of like all look alike. Well, some of them look alike, some of them are a little different. Now, if you plant for years, you can recognize which one is cilantro, which one is parsley, which one is sage. I kind of like know by how the leaves look. Some people don't know, but I rather just make sure I have the labels, even though I kind of recognize them. So I did the seed starting mix, and I have videos about what kind of seed starting mix I use. So pretty much, I think this is called Jiffy, the brand. It's a yellow bag. Let me see if I can find it. So this is the bag that I use. I don't know if you can see it. Natural and organic seed starting mix. So you have to start your seedlings in a seed starting mix. So this bag was less than $5 at Walmart. That's where I get it from. And they have other brands, of course, that you can use. But I never had any issues with this brand. Now, I have a video about how I sterilize the seed starting mix. I do put it in a bucket, and I pour some hot water, and I mix it up. Why do I do that? Because some of the seed starting mix will have some funguses and some all the different other things inside. So pretty much sterilizing the seed starting mix will kill whatever fungus is inside the mix. And when I put it in a bucket. So I have a whole video about it. You can check out my channel, and I'll actually go through the whole process. I just don't want to repeat myself again. I'm just want to go through this quicker, so it won't be like a long, super long video. So I pour in the bucket. I mean, put the seed starter mix in the bucket, pour the hot water, mix it up, and the consistency of this seed starter mix should look like crumbled cake. So if you look at it, it's like crumbled cake, like consistency. So it's wet, but it's not like drenched wet. It has some water in it. So I do this before actually I plant any seeds, and after I'll put all this seed starter mix in those containers, I pat it down, and I have videos about this as well, how I pat it down. Not too much, just a little bit, so it's kind of like a little firm, and you're gonna do it to each one of them. So I pat it down, make sure it's nice, and here you go. So after all this is patted down, now after I'm done this, you can wear gloves if you don't like the dirt. I'm kind of always, my hands always in dirt. I don't mind it. Then I like to label it actually before I start the seeding process. So this is cilantro, so I'm gonna stick it in here. Then we're gonna do the dill. We got dill right here. We're gonna do the chives, lemon balm, oregano, thyme, and then we'll try some peppermint and parsley. So all of them have little labels. So I'm gonna plant more herbs than this. This is just the first part. I'm gonna grow rosemary, lavender, and sage. So after you done that, then you open your little packages of seeds. So this is the cilantro, and I do the overseeding method, where this is our cilantro seeds. And if you look at them, they're pretty much a really good size. I don't know if you can see. They're a nice size. So for this, I just sprinkle them evenly. And don't worry about it. If it's too many, I can always thin them down. So then the dill, I'm trying to find where's my dill. This is the dill. So pretty much I do the overseeding method with all of them, because I make sure if you put one seed and you be waiting for these seeds and that seed never come up, you'd be very upset. So it happened to me before. Well, it's a learning process. I just do the overseeding method, make sure that they all come out. This extra dill. And I will do a close-up of how they look. So when I'm done, I'm just gonna cover it with soil. So chives, I'm looking for my chives. So this is the chives. I love me some chives. I use it in my salad, for my eggs, my scrambled eggs. These are the seeds for the chives. So we're gonna plant the chives. I'm always excited when I grow my seeds because this is food. This is gonna be a lot of food, and herbs are actually very expensive. And this is lemon balm. I'm gonna do this one next. And people don't understand how expensive are these herbs until you go to the grocery store and you're like, you charge me $3.99 for a little pack of herbs. And you know, when you grow these herbs, you pretty much saving money. And they grow all summer and fall, and some of these herbs actually come back. I think oregano, I'm looking for my oregano, I think in thyme, peppermint, mint, they come back if you leave it outside during this winter season. And it comes back the next year. Of course, it had to be somewhere when it gets water, so it can't be dry. But it's oregano. The seeds, the oregano seeds are so tiny, you can barely see them. So pretty much this is how you plant all your seeds. We'll do thyme next. You can fast forward it because it's the same method. You can fast forward it, the video, because at this point it's the same thing. I just drop the seeds and then I'm gonna cover them. Now we gotta do the parsley, the curly parsley. These seeds are